Hi, this is PR Sundar. Welcome to Dalal Street Week Ahead program sponsored by taxbuddy.com and finbingo.com. Let us look at the global cues first. So far, only Indian markets were volatile. Now the global markets are also becoming volatile. One day, Dow was up 500 points. The first case detected Omicron fell 1000 points. Second day, another was identified, shot up 500 points. And on Friday, Nasdaq has fallen 2%. Though Dow did not fall much, Dow recovered almost 300 points from intraday low, but the Nasdaq has never recovered. It has fallen 2%. Now, we are looking only at the index level, but look at the stock level. The Facebook, now the name changed to Meta platform, the Facebook is down nearly 20% in the last 2 months. The FANG plus stocks, so they say the FANG stocks, 5 stocks plus 5 more stocks like Apple, Tesla, so they call it as FANG plus stocks. So these stocks have fallen nearly 10%. As of Friday closing, it was down by 9.99%. So just a little bit below the 10% fall. So the fall is more severe in the growth stocks. That's because the US jobs data was very disappointing. People expected about 5.5 lakh new jobs being added, but the actual figure came only at 2.2 lakh. So its reflection was not there only in stock market, it was there even in the crypto market. On Saturday, most of the cryptocurrencies fell 10%, 15%, 20%. And although it was recovered from the lows, but at the lowest point, 15 to 20% fall was there. And moreover, Saturday may not be a very active day for these cryptos, so liquidity may not be good. But that could be one possible reason. But as per a news, more than $1 billion worth of cryptos liquidated from the markets. So naturally, Monday, we can expect Asian markets to open lower, and SGX Nifty already indicating about 100 point gap down. So these local cues, coming back to our local cues, you know, who is more bad, Omicron or FII selling? So FIIs are more deadlier than Omicron. So that has been my catchy title for the last few days. India has detected 5th case of Omicron. So while I was preparing the report, it was 4 cases, and just before started talking this program, I just went to check. One new case has been identified in Delhi. That is the 5th case of Omicron. But if you look at positively, I was just discussing, one of my friends called me and he wanted to know what is the outlook for the stock market with respect to this new Omicron case. I told him, in 2020, when the coronavirus came, Nifty fell from 12,000 to 7,500. It was a 40% fall. But do remember, the death reported or the severe cases reported was not that bad compared to the world markets. But our real problem came in the April 2021 when the Delta variant of the coronavirus came. So in the second wave, more people died than the first wave, and more problems were there than the first wave. In the first wave, there was no problem of shortage of oxygen. The second wave of corona, there was a shortage of corona. So the cases were more severe in the second wave, but we did not fall. I think we fell about 7-8%, not even 10%. Now similarly, the third wave of coronavirus, so that is Omicron case, and we have already fallen about 8 to 9%, and that means we are somewhere near the lows. And second thing, the Delta variant of the coronavirus was so severe, it affected a lot of people died. But this Omicron case was identified about 20 days before in South Africa and about 10 to 15 days before in other countries. So far, there has not been even a single case of death due to Omicron case. And forget about the death. The severe illness has also not been reported. So only the mild symptoms were there. The mild pain like body ache, tiredness. So these are the common ailments. So there was no severe thing. So one thing is that, if you ask me, Omicron case is the reason for our fall, I don't think so. So if you can remember, the last Friday, Nifty was around 17,600. The Omicron case news broke out. We fell below 17,000, but the next week we recovered the entire fall. But the fall in our market is only due to FIIs. And in fact, so far I've been in the market for the last 15 years. I don't think that is any time the FIIs have sold like this and without any corresponding bad news. There is no corresponding bad news, India specific bad news. Lehman Brothers collapse, coronavirus cases, leave it. So markets fell all over the world and we also fell. But without any reason, FIIs, they are selling their they are continuing their selling spree for the third straight month, and every day they are selling 3,000 crore, 4,000 crore, 5,000 crore. Even the last Friday, they have sold for more than 3,000 crore. So I don't think that that is going to subside anytime soon. I will not be surprised even if it aggravates in the coming weeks, because whatever they want to sell, they have to sell it by 15th or 20th of December. So that may add huge volatility to the market. But is everything bad? No, definitely not everything bad. As I told you, sooner or later, the markets will come to the sanity. The market will understand that this Omicron case is not as severe as expected, is not going to be a great damage to the economy. So that's one thing. And second thing, at somewhere this FII will have to stop selling. They cannot continuously sell like this forever, and probably due to the year-end factors they are selling. So it may come to an end. And the third one, the market may focus on local cues like coming week, RBI policy is there on Wednesday. Then index of industrial production data is due on Friday. Of course, that will be reflected in the next Monday only. So coming week, the key event is only the RBI policy, which is on Wednesday. And I am not a financial expert when it comes to RBI policy, but one thing I can understand, that inflation is not a big concern for us. So inflation last time also it came around 4.4, which is well within the range of 2 to 6% set by RBI. And moreover, in the last few weeks, the crude oil prices has crashed almost 20%. It was $85 about 2-3 weeks before. Now it is below $70. So that's one thing, but I wish not to talk about politics, but I cannot resist myself. We also have to mention that despite fall in 20% crash in crude prices, and our petrol prices did not even go down by 1 rupee in the last 2 weeks. So, well, that is how Indian free market economy works. So, this is nothing political. So, coming back to the prediction of our market, the last week, the market took support around 17,000. And one day, the Nifty future was 17,000. The next day, Nifty future low was 17,100. and recovered. And this kind of volatile period, it's going to be very difficult to talk about where it will take support. But I still feel that 17,000 should be a good support for this market in the very short term. And if FIIs are not selling left, right and center. And also we have to see how many more cases of this Omicron being reported from now until tomorrow morning, both in India as well as abroad. So anyway, if you look at the monthly open interest, the 17,000 put option still having the highest open interest in the monthly options. Even when Nifty broke 17,000 and tested 16,850, still the 17,000 put option did not go for unwinding. So that shows that the bulls' conviction that 17,000 may be the floor, and in the worst case it can go down to 16,800. So 16,800 to 17,000 should be a very strong support zone for the entire month of December. But for coming week, we can expect some support around 17,000. If that 17,000 is broken decisively, the next support will be only 16,800 to 850. And I'm becoming increasingly bearish for the last few days. And earlier I was thinking 18,000 should be the ceiling, but now somehow I feel that 17,600 will be the ceiling for the entire December month. So that's because the global cues is also getting slowly deteriorating. So it's turning bad. So there are 4 IPOs are lining up for the next week, and Star Health IPO will be listing. And despite such a big commotion, huge volatility, a stock like Tega Industries and managed to get 200 over times subscription, and FII portion, QIB portion was subscribed more than 200 times, which is a record in the last 10 years. So even while I was talking to my friend today, the discussion came. So he asked me one question, sir, what is your long-term outlook, maybe for 6 months to 1 year? I said, it's very simple. Look at BSE Limited share price. Before coronavirus, it was 500 rupees. And if you can remember, I came out with a stock recommendation, BSE Limited, around 500 rupees. During coronavirus, from 500, it came down to 300. And from 300, now it has come to 1,900 rupees. So even forget about the coronavirus, even you take a pre-coronavirus, from 500, now it is 1,900. It has shot up almost 400%. And not only BSE, take any stock that is related to the stock market. So BSE Limited is a stock related to stock market. CDSL is a stock related to stock market. CAMS is also a stock related to stock market. So all these stocks are doing extremely well. So the FII selling is only a temporary phenomena which may last for another few weeks. But if you forget about this, the stock market is the most intelligent species. The stock prices, the famous word from Gujarati, Bhav Bhagwan Che. So the stock prices will tell you the reality. So all the stock market related shares are doing extremely well. Even you see few months before, Angel Broking came out with the IPO. What was the subscription figure there? Now Anand Rathi is coming with the IPO. Both are same business. And in fact, Angel Broking has a better brand value than Anand Rathi. But still, Anand Rathi IPO managed to get more subscription than angel broking. So usually stockbroking companies do not attract good valuation, but despite that, the Anand Rathi is getting a good subscription. So all this shows the retail interest in India is getting into action. So at some point of time, FIIs will also turn buyers, and that is the time our next leg of the rally will begin. But remember, I always say bull market corrections are fast and furious, and we did not even fall 10%. So far, Nifty has not fallen 10% from the high for the last many years, and we are now somewhere around 8 to 10%. So hope markets stabilize somewhere here, and especially with the support of domestic institutions. And so the next leg of the rally, which may not start in December, maybe in the month of January or February, we can hope the Nifty will take out 18,000 and hopefully the 18,600 also. So just to summarize, focus on Omicron case and focus on RBI policy and focus on FII selling and focus on Indian rupee, the crude oil prices, and the markets are likely to take support around 17,000. So if you are a long-term investor, can choose some of the stocks. That is what I am also doing. I sold some put options in Aurobindo Pharma 650 put option, and sold Tata Steel 1,000 rupees put option, Tata Steel, and JSW Steel 650 put options. So if the prices come below this level, I am prepared to take delivery. So with a view to take delivery, I am selling put options nowadays. So the markets, it is at attractive level for long-term players. So usually when the market comes down, people are very fearful. But after a few months, when the market goes higher, they think that, oh, I missed the opportunity. So I'm planning to buy some more shares. Markets are at attractive values now. Yeah, hope you enjoyed watching the video. The video is a bit longer, but I'm sure you would have enjoyed the video. So thank you for watching.